certain place, and right now we're like off-roading with Chris and Marianne somewhere between Lebanon and Aleppo to a tree that is grown from the staff of Moses. Like, how did we get here? Hello everyone and welcome back. If you're new here, we're Cheska and Ben, and with our pup River, we live full-time in our sprinter van, Sophia. We're currently overlanding through Turkey, the bridge between the east and the west. Subscribe and join us for the ride with new videos every Sunday. Welcome to the Hatay Province of Turkey, the southernmost part of the country that lies between Syria and the easternmost reaches of the Mediterranean, the Levantine Sea. The capital, Antakya, is a vibrant city famous for its incredible food and ancient history. We started our week right about here, on the west shores of Hatay. So we are exactly where we left you at the end of last week's video. It's going to be our last night here and we are celebrating with a little barbecue.
You say hello? Hello.
Does anybody want any wine?
I don't really drink. Of course I don't.
It's hard to think Aleppo's only 60 miles behind me.
It is weird to think it's so close.
Yeah.
Go.
Okay, no, you just look creepy.
I've got no neck, look. Ooh.
Now really you should have that. Oh my lord.
You might have seen in last week's video we picked up some bananas from a little stall at the side of the road. We are barbecuing them up tonight with a crisp special, which is brown sugar, cinnamon and cream, which I've never tried before, so I'm looking forward to this. Got high hopes, he's been hyping it up all weekend, so...
All weekend, probably for about 25 years.
So if you put one of these in each, or you could do them on a plate if you want and scrape them in. Because you don't eat the outside, you have to scrape them. You don't want to eat the burnt bits. Scrape them out, beautiful. There you go, a little bit of brown sugar.
River's having some too.
River wants some.
Oh, away.
Yeah, we're not sure on Turkish cream, but we'll give it a go. It might be yogurt, I'm not really sure. There you go. Mix that in, and then let's just see whether have we managed to recreate it in the land of Turkey. What does it taste like, Marianne? Yeah?
Does it taste good?
Oh yeah.
That's good, isn't it?
That's really good. Oh yeah.
Bananas, big the shit is bananas. Oh, I can't even see. Good morning, campers.
Heidi, hi.
We are off today to Antakya. Chris has put an itinerary together, which sounds pretty epic.
We have a day and a half. There's going to be a lot of eating, some really cool markets, and lots of sights, lots of unusual things, but definitely a lot of eating.
Cannot wait.
And I love the fact that he does all the planning because I can just relax and drive.
Yeah, I love it. I'm normally the one doing the planning, so I'm loving this even more.
It's good. This place is exciting. We're in the food region, the famous food region of Turkey.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
Cannot wait. We've made it into Antakya. I'm just going to warn you now, this is going to be a food heavy vlog. Chris is at the helm, he's a massive foodie. We've not had any breakfast today, so yeah, I'm looking forward to this. It can always be tricky finding park-ups in a city, but managed to find this manned car park right in the centre, walking distance for everything. This is so serious, we've actually got a briefing with notes and everything.
Yeah.
If I can have your attention, I've got about 6 different food places that I've found that we're going to go and find.
Okay.
So we're going to eat a lot today.
Another reason I love you.
There's a little window restaurant that sells homemade hummus.
So this place is famous for its hummus and also bakla, which I think is like mashed up fava beans with spices and oil.
Please.
So this is traditional hummus and this is fava beans, bakla.
Wow, that looks superb.
It's very creamy, it's nutty, I'm warming. Mitch will use that.
But then I took a lump over here and it's a bit spicy.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, my face is now on fire.
I love the look of these pickles.
Are they pickles?
Shredded cabbage.
That is so smooth. And the pickles just cut through that creaminess of the hummus. I actually think I prefer the fava beans though.
It's more comforting.
The way you're describing it is making me very hungry.
I'm
going in
proper
now.
hungry.
We've just come inside to one of the bazaars. The spices smell amazing. The jewellery looks amazing. There is just so much to see. It's a feast for the eyes, for the senses. We're on the hunt for some kunefe. Now kunefe is a Turkish dish made with cheese and honey. It's very sweet. This region is where it's from. If you're going to have it anywhere, it needs to be here. But we are getting so lost in this bazaar trying to find it. It is just an absolute maze of streets and stores and food places. Okay, so the kunefe has arrived. It is basically shredded pastry with cheese, honey and topped with pistachio. This is the place to have kunefe.
Oh! Oh yes! Oh, okay. Oh.
First kunefe experience.
It's a good thing to do.
That is like the perfect blend of sweet and savoury.
It is.
The cheese stops it being too sweet, and then the honey or syrup stops it being too savoury with a load of cheese, so it's not sickly in any way, and dangerously addictive that is.
Oh, I love it. Get that string up.
So this is the making that kunefe that we've just eaten.
Zizek, this is very hot. Okay. Okay. Evet. Oh, and then just pull it back? Yes. Slowly? Slowly. Çok teşekkürler.
Oh, can I have a photo? Photo. You are now.
That's amazing. That's so cool.
Absolutely love this market. It's busy and bustling, but there's kind of enough space to walk around. Nobody's hassling you or touting you to get in. There is just so much stuff for sale here. The food is amazing.
Having river helps.
River helps part the crowds. And yeah, it's just absolutely beautiful.
We're going to go and try a kebab from a hole in the wall.
So we've just come to this little hole in the wall kebab shop. He's cooking it right over here on the grill. He's grilling the meat over a really hot grill, which is smoking out this entire room. He's got this really finely chopped salad, which he keeps chopping up. Then he puts the flatbread onto the meat to soak up all the meat juices, brings it back off, puts the salad on, and then puts the meat in and wraps it all up. And I have asked for a spicy sauce, and I'm slightly regretting it because they laughed at me when I said yes.
That's really good.
How is it? Because you don't normally have salad.
That's really, really nice.
Ben's filming one-handed and trying to stuff his face with the other hand. It's amazing. Char grilled, fresh salad, the spice sauce they put in, it's not too spicy at all, it just adds a really nice heat. And the flatbread, oh my god. Hi. Okay. While we're in the kebab shop, this gentleman came over and said we've got to get some Turkish baklava from next door. So we're here getting some. I've actually run out of my stock of baklava in the van, so it's about time we filled up. Okay. Oh, what now? Oh, amazing.
Küçük nasıldı? Bunun şekeri sugar big.
Okay.
Bunlar da
Less sugar.
Honey.
Less?
Press.
Small.
Small.
Sugar, yeah.
Small.
This,
Right.
as fresh as it gets, it's still warm.
Yani tatlılarda farklı hepsinin ayarı şeyi hep farklı yani şey olaraktan.
That is the most incredible baklava I have ever tasted. Çok güzel, amazing.
Çok.
Afiyet olsun. Bu işin ustalığını yapıyorum yani bu işte.
Oh, that's 30 years you've been here.
Evet 30 yıldır böyle. Ben küçük şeyden bulaşıktan başlarım. Evet. Kademe. İşleri olaraktan.
Okay, so his family have had this for 30 years. When he was a little boy, he was helping out making the baklava, rolling out the pastry. Now he owns a shop and runs the shop.
Wow.
The most amazing baklava I've ever
Amazing.
tasted.
Afiyet olsun. Afiyet
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Bye.
Bye. If you're wondering where Chris and Marianne were just then, we hadn't abandoned them to the streets of Antakya.
I was dog sitting.
They were dog sitting with us.
She was very good,
So that
actually,
we
to
could
be
go and
fair.
grab some food. She didn't poo in the middle of the street, which
She
is
didn't.
good.
When you handed me the poo bags, I was a little bit like,
Yeah.
I remember why I
It's a
don't travel with a dog.
possibility.
And I told her to hold it till Mummy and Daddy got back, and she was like, okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. She's very well behaved.
We are back at the van now. We are all
Very tired and very full.
lots of food today, lots of walking around, but we've got the bed made up. We're gonna go out for some cocktails, go and have a couple of drinks, and I think I can hear Marianne singing Christmas songs outside the van, which means they're ready to go. They're calling on us in Christmas songs.
Happy New Year.
I told you these two are mad. Come up to the nice little bar, got our cocktails. I've got a strawberry daiquiri. Ben is choking on his White Russian.
I think that's a bit strong, Ben, isn't it? Oh, is it really sick?
Yeah, they free pour here.
Marianne's on the mojitos.
They free pour for sure.
I won't be the only one with a twisted ankle by the morning.
Off to make our cocktails.
We've been invited by the bar manager to come and make our own cocktails. I am living my dream right now.
Can't take these two anywhere.
Only one time.
I have played this before. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
And do you want to drop it or no drop?
What's
Drop is good?
No.
Drop is bad. Hold on, I gotta think about this. This is getting a bit dodgy now.
It's gonna go, it's gonna go. So we didn't actually make our own cocktails in the end, did we? We just played a cigarette game.
It just happened.
It just happened. However, move up. So after spending the whole of yesterday exploring the city of Antakya, today we're going to go and see some of the sites that surround the city. There's some really cool things to go and see around here. We have fallen in love with Antakya.
It's been amazing.
I don't know what I was expecting, but it is just such a cool city. It is just got such a great atmosphere. It's young, it's full of life. There's so much good food there. Up until 1939, in some form or another, it's been part of Syria, so it's got such like a blend of history and culture, and it's just such
An amazing place.
It's just such a cool place to explore. Yeah, you could spend days here, and it's got everyone is so friendly. And I know that's a bit of a cliche always to say, isn't it? But they really are here.
Yeah.
Just honestly, it's been amazing. So highly recommend Antakya. But for now, we're on our way out of the city, and I think the first stop is some waterfalls. We've just come down to the waterfalls, and it is like a little village of souvenir shops and restaurants has literally built itself around the waterfalls. Even some of the tables in the restaurant are in the water. It's crazy.
Oh, there's a swing.
It's almost as if like the waterfalls are massive, and then this little area has been built into the waterfalls. Like everywhere you look, there are waterfalls. So unlike most waterfalls where you tend to have like boardwalks around the waterfalls, I think here the appeal is that there are so many restaurants and cafes literally built into the waterfall, so you sit down and you're surrounded by water wherever you are. And that's what's really cool about this place. It's almost like a little fairyland grotto, and there's just water cascading all around you. Marianne was just saying it gets really hot here in the summer, like 50 degrees.
Up to 50 degrees. And I think that's why some of the tables are in the water, because people would flock here for the shade of the trees and to put their feet in the cool spring water.
Which would be amazing if it was really hot.
Oh yes.
I can't imagine.
Today's not hot.
Today's not a hot day, but it's probably something that you probably won't find many other places. So even though it is quite, you know, there's a lot of restaurants and cafes, I think that is the appeal.
Yeah.
So you can come here, have some food in the waterfalls.
A refuge from the heat.
A refuge from the heat, yeah.
You can see the apple tree. The apple tree? Yeah.
Okay, so some could easily say that that waterfall has become maybe a bit over-commercialised. I actually really enjoyed it because rather than just walk around a boardwalk looking at the waterfalls, which half the time you're not even allowed to swim in as it is, you can actually sit basically in them and eat and enjoy food and have a nice afternoon with your friends and chat and have some drinks. So our next stop is to go and see a 3,000-year-old tree that is apparently grown from the staff of Moses. It's called the Moses tree, and apparently there's a fountain there, which is the fountain of forever living, I think they call it. So I'm quite looking forward to seeing this.
There's a storm coming.
Yep, right where we're headed.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Did you get that?
Yeah. What happens when you travel with Tread the Globe is the road just ends. The road. If you've seen their Georgia videos, they've been driving on some mad roads that just kind of disappear, and now
we're taking
and now we're going on the roads that disappear.
We're going off-road. Only where we're going, we don't need roads.
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Okay, yeah, fuck. Whoa, that was like there. Shit. I don't know if you can see, we are heading right into the storm. No, I swear, the fork lightning just came down like right in front of us. Sometimes you just wonder how you got to a certain place, and right now we're like off-roading with Chris and Marianne somewhere between Lebanon and Aleppo to a tree that is grown from the staff of Moses. Like, how did we get here? How did we get here?
How did we get here?
It's mad. So this is the Moses tree.
Oh.
But where do we park? That's the question. Despite the roads and despite the weather, we've made it to the Moses tree. According to the legend, Moses and a fellow prophet named Hazir were walking through these mountains. Stopping at a stream, Moses planted his staff down in the ground while he took a drink from the water. When he finished drinking, he saw that his staff had grown leaves. The magical water had given the wooden stick life, which has remained where Moses planted it 3,000 years ago, having grown into this tree. So the gazleme that we've just seen the woman cooking has arrived. We've got a pot of tea on the way. And what's this one called? Do you know?
Spicy.
And this one called spicy because it looks like it's covered in chili.
It looks like it.
Getting some fresh oranges for the road from all these orange trees that are surrounding the courtyard. So we're all fueled up, the rain has stopped, the sun has come out, and we are now going to head back along that wonderful road. We're all feeling pretty tired after last night, but we've made it back to Antakya. We're parked up in this huge empty car park, ready for tomorrow morning to go and explore up here where there is something pretty special. So this is where we slept last night, and behind me is apparently one of the oldest churches in the world. We're now parting ways because unfortunately little one is not allowed in. So
No, so I'm going to go and get comfy in the van. I'm going to take River for a walk and then I'm going to get comfy in the van, yeah. So enjoy it, make sure you get loads of video.
See you later.
St. Peter, one of the disciples of Jesus, grew up here in Antakya, called Antioch at the time. This cave church is where he preached the teachings of Jesus, helping spread the new Christian faith. Except for a new front facade and an altar, very little has changed since then. It's the oldest cave church in the world, but St. Peter would still recognise the rough walls and the dome ceiling were he to step foot inside here today.
To think that St. Peter and Paul preached here just blows my mind. It's basically just a giant cave. It is as basic as you can get, just makes it feel even more raw.
Join us next week, guys, as we head further east to the ancient city of Gaziantep, with a very interesting detour along the way.
That's the Syrian border, just here. Never, ever expected to be here.
River, your dog just tongued me.
Yeah. Have a look at Cash and Clover. What is that?
Oh, it is wet.
Do you want to explain about your flip-flops, please?
So I've got two pairs of flip-flops. The right hand of the yellow one broke and the left hand of the other one broke. So I mixed and matched.
When he finished, he saw that his staff had grown leaves. Stop.